Good morning, dear children. I welcome you all for today's video class. Let's start the unit number 7, and the prose name is On Saying Please. This is an essay written by A.G. Gardner. I request you to read the introduction of the author yourself. Let's have a look on the warm up activity, the pre reading activity, children. So, here is a list. Column A and column B is given. There are certain reactions and actions. The actions you have to match with reactions, children. The actions have been given in A column, and reactions have been mentioned in B column, and you have to match it yourself and what the response comes. Okay, now let's start the lesson. The lesson starts with the young lift man, and a young lift man is working in a city office. Means he in a city, the young lift man, what he does and what kind of accusation he gets, that we have to read it now. The essay starts with the young lift man. Okay, the young lift man in a city office who threw a passenger out of his lift the other morning was fined, for the offense was undoubtedly in the wrong. So what this incident takes place here? The young lift man, he was angry, and when the passenger he came and he asked him to on the lift, he got angry. He threw the passenger out of the lift, and it was actually a wrong thing he did, children. It was a kind of unmannered thing. Unmannered misbehavior. He misbehaved with the passenger. The passenger wanted to go to his flat, his house, his home. Means it was on a certain floor. On a certain floor he want to reach, but here instead of making him to reach to his floor, he threw the liftman threw the passenger out of that lift. So it is in the wrong thing. It is not good. Here A.G. Gardner points out. Now the question comes, what was it? Why passenger was thrown out of the lift? It was a question of please. The passenger was thrown because he did not say please. The complainant entering the lift said stop. What it was said by him? It was said only top. He did not say please, children. The liftman demanded top please. What it was the demand of liftman? The liftman was expecting that the passenger would say top please, but instead only the passenger said top. He did not mention please. We see, children, in our daily routine, when we use polite words, a kind of magical words these are. These magical words works a lot, and it depicts your manners, it depicts your behavior. So whenever you will be dealing with others, means whenever you will be talking with others, or uh, behaving in a right manner, with right manners, and behaving with good manner, in a humble way, in a polite way, using these magical words like sorry, thank you, please, you can see what kind of change it comes in your life, children, and your circle will become big, and that too the quality kind of circle you will get. The quality kind of people will start attaching with you, will start coming with you, means they will start spending more time with you. That's all. It becomes only because of your sweet tongue. It should not happen that you will be not having good intention, only you will be talking sweet. That sweetness should come from your heart, should come from your pure mind. It should not happen only to show off. You will be talking very sweet, children. So what I mean to say is, you should have polite manners. You should have a habit of using these magical words in your life. Okay. So what it was not said by passenger here? Please it was not said, and this made the lift man get angry on him. So he threw the passenger out of the lift. The liftman demanded top please, and this concession being refused, he not only declined to comply with the instruction but hurled the passenger out of the lift. So the concession means it was the demands. Comply means it was the act according to the order. Hurled means throw with a great force, children. So here liftman he demanded he demanded the passenger to tell please. See, demanding is not enough here. The person should have by his own desire. We should not demand and take the respect, children. We should gain it. Am I right or not? The respect is not a kind of thing you should demand it and get it. The respect should be gained by others. Means if you want to get respected, you have to gain it by your good behavior. Then you will get the respect, children. Demanding the respect you will not get. Forcefully if you are making others to respect you, it not comes. So it depends on the culture, the atmosphere, in which kind of atmosphere you are spending more time, and with which kind of people you are spending more time. If you are spending your more time with the rude people, automatically you will get adopted to that kind of atmosphere, and automatically you will also start speaking rudely, children. So the atmosphere means a lot. Atmosphere is very important for a young mind. So here passenger, maybe he is a rude person, he not have habit of using these magical words. So how can here a young liftman expect that kind of behavior from passenger? We cannot expect it. There will be some unmannered people, some misbehaving people. How can we rectify their behavior? How can we make them their behavior correct? Isn't it? It is not possible, children. Am I right or not? So he hurled the passenger out of the lift. So he got angry. He was not able to control his anger. He threw the passenger out of the lift. This, of course, was carrying a comment on manner too far. The manners, they come by the own desire of the person, and it is depending on the person's behavior, person's atmosphere. Discourtesy is not a legal offense. Discourtesy means it is not a kind of crime or offense is done, and it is not excuse assault, making physical attack, we can say, and battery. Means here if the passenger did not say please, it is not regarded as a kind of offense, children, a kind of crime, is it not? Maybe in a absence mind, passenger did not say please word. So this made the liftman angry for a little thing. Even we can say liftman is not having that kind of much patience to tolerate such kind of people. So here the liftman, what I think is he should have patience to deal with those kinds of people instead of reacting. We should not react, children. There will be many kind of incidents, many kind of situations taking place in front of us. Only thing is we should not react. We should have calm mind, and we should try to understand why it is happening, what is the purpose, and what will be the result if we react to it. Understood? If a burglar breaks into my house and I knock him down, the law will acquit me. Now A.G. Gardner gives an example. And he himself is talking here. I knock him. I means here A.G. Gardner. If a burglar, the person who comes to give the ordered food, the burglar breaks into my house. A.G. Gardner tells that if a burglar, he rings the bell, and if A.G. Gardner is not available at time to the door, if the burglar breaks the house and knocks him down, beats him, the law will acquit me. Means there will be no criminal charge on A.G. Gardner. On whom the criminal charge will be put, children? It will be put on burglar. Why? Because it is not right that with it is not right to enter the house without the permission of the owner. With the permission of the owner, he should enter. And if he breaks into his house, if he rushes and if he knocks A.G. Gardner, so here burglar will be charged. He will be having criminal charge on him. And if I am physically assaulted, it will permit me to retaliate with reasonable violence. If he is physically attacked by somebody, then the law will support him. The law will support A.G. Gardner. And there will be reason, there will be proof, and the law will take strict action against the person who attacks A.G. Gardner, isn't it? It does this because the burglar and my assailant have broken quite definite commands of the law. So if we go in a illegal manner, the law is there to protect the what we say the law. It protects every person. So we have faith in law, and if we are attacked by somebody, we go and we put a criminal charge on them. The law will take action against them. This much affirmation we are having, children. We are confirmed by the law. But no legal system could attempt to legislate against bad manners. So, if physically it is visible that you are attacked or you are having some kind of wounds on your body, this can be seen. There will be proof, children. But what about bad manners? What about manners? Is there any law? Just tell me, is there any coaching class you are getting to learn manners? Is there any coaching class you will getting special kind of coaching to have good behavior, to learn these magical words? No, not at all. It all comes by your culture, by your atmosphere where you are living, and automatically it comes to the atmosphere of your home, your family members, your friends, isn't it? Or could sanction the use of violence against something which it does not itself recognize as a legally punishable offense. If it is legally punishable offense, the law takes action against the crime, the criminal. And whatever our sympathy with the liftman, we must admit that the law is reasonable. Yes. Now coming to again liftman, what liftman did is not right. It is wrong, children. And here we are having sympathy towards the liftman also. Maybe liftman was in an angry mood. On somebody he has to put his anger, but instead he put his anger on the passenger. The anger which was put by him on passenger was not right, and the passenger was not the correct person. Actually, maybe here liftman was having some kind of trouble with other person, and that anger he has put on the passenger, children. So law is not reasonable here. He must admit that he was impatient. He lost his temper. Here A.G. Gardner tells us, it would never do if we were at liberty to box people's ears because we did not like their behavior or the tone of their voices or the scowl on their faces. Our fists would never be idle and the gutters of the city would run with blood all day. See, if we not like somebody's behavior, if we not like somebody's manners, if we go on beating those people, soon it happens all the gutters of the city will be full of blood, children. Am I right or not? Our fists will be tight. And so today he just here A.G. Gardner makes he wants to clear us that if we don't like the behavior of other person, if suppose if we go to the market today and if we are buying vegetables from somebody else, from that vendor, and if the vendor starts speaking rudely and if I beat him, so what happens? If I beat one person, another person, if I don't like his behavior, if I go on beating those persons, so what happens? Soon all the gutters will start filling up with the blood. This is not. Actually, we should have such kind of patience to understand the other person's situation. Here, the passenger was not able to understand the situation of liftman, and even the liftman was not able to understand the situation of passenger. That's what here A.G. Gardner he tells us. We should have a lot of patience. We should have cooperative behavior. Uh, we should be humble. We should have good manners. We should understand what is going around us and whether it is good or not to react. And if we are reacting, what will be the result of that? These all things we should keep in our mind, children. Okay? That's all for today. Meet you in the next session with some more examples what A.G. Gardner is explaining. Till then, read this lesson, and if you get any doubt in this paragraph, you can ask me in Google Classroom. Thank you.